the blue corner, wearing black with silver, official weight 164 pounds. This Olympic bronze medalist has a professional record of 27 victories, including 17 knockouts, with only 1 defeat and 1 bout even. From Little Rock, Arkansas, former undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Jermain Bad Intentions Taylor. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing black with red, official weight also 164 pounds. His professional record, a perfect one. 32 bouts, 32 victories, including 29 knockouts. He's the blue-collar fighting pride of Youngstown, Ohio. Title not on the line tonight. The middleweight champion of the world, Kelly, the Ghost Pavlik.
Okay, Kelly, Jermain, you both received your instructions in the dressing room. Okay, right here is good, anything less is going to be low. Right here is good, anything less is going to be low. I want a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Above all, protect yourself at all times. Let's go.
Sometimes a fighter doesn't recover from a knockout. Sometimes an unbeaten fighter doesn't recover from his first defeat, having lost his sense of dominance and destiny. How will Taylor handle this event, this opportunity to turn it around?
Will it be round 1 of the rematch, or is it round 8 in Atlantic City? Some of that depends on who lands the first big shot. Kelly Pavlik just missed with a glancing right-hand chopping blow. Taylor goes to work with his jab, which some regard as his best weapon. And the crowd begins to chant for Pavlik.
For them, this is a tactical start to the fight.
Good thudding jab by Pavlik. Knocks Taylor back a half a step. Emmanuel, what do you see so far?
Well, I was really concerned about who could establish the best jab, because Jermain's biggest punch has always been, and what attracted him to me was his left jab, a great left jab. And Kelly in the last fight surprised me by actually out-jabbing him. So it's going to be a jabbing contest at the beginning. Whoever can establish a jab, I think the best is going to really just set the pace for this fight.
Having trained Jermain Taylor for 4 fights prior to this one, you see anything different that he's doing compared to what he did with you?
Well, I think he's working behind his jab, and I think he seems to be I just see more determination in his face for this fight than he did in the first fight. Seems to be, and he's more settled. He was very hype and very nervous for the last fight.
Good jab by Taylor. Snaps Pavlik's head back. Pavlik returns the favor. Both had landed their jab in the first round. Good body shot by Pavlik as Taylor missed over the top with the right hand. Good jab by Taylor. Right and a left. A good sharp hook inside by Pavlik.
Pavlik notably trying to keep his gloves high so they can't get caught by one of those big looping punches.
See, Jermain's strategy for this fight, I figure, was to try to outdo what he's doing. But the only thing that concerns me, when he gets tired or he gets under pressure, will he resort back to the habit he's had for the last couple of years, which is going straight to the ropes, in addition to dropping his hands.
Hard right hand by Pavlik. How does Taylor respond? Left hook by Pavlik. Big left hook by Pavlik. But Jermain Taylor comes back. Will Pavlik get over anxious? Taylor not badly hurt, though he's landed some big shots, has Kelly Pavlik. And now Jermain Taylor with a shot. And a good left hook by Taylor. Both guys are making a mark in the first round, just as was the case in Atlantic City. right hand by Pavlik. That one a little bit more extended. Not quite as thudding as the first one.
Taylor might have won the jabbing contest in that round, but Pavlik landed the bigger shots.
Bingo.
Jermain, go to his weak side. You're going to his strong side, going to the right hand, baby. Now go to the right side. Hey, stay behind your jab, son. Speed. Don't stay in the pocket. Once you get your punch off, flip. Go towards.
Talked about, we got him going backwards. Once that happens, we got it. But you got to stay busy. You got to keep your hands up. Don't get lazy in there. Beautiful. Take a deep one for me.
One more. One more.
Here you see Kelly land his signature punch, which is a jab followed by a right hand, and Jermain really got caught. He didn't do anything wrong with just perfect left jab that obstructed his vision.
CompuBox numbers in round one. Kelly Pavlik, 26 out of 66, including 14 of 39 jabs. Taylor, 17 out of 51, 13 out of 41 jabs. So they were really even in the jab category, according to CompuBox. And just as Larry said, Pavlik landed the bigger shots. Harold Letterman gives the first round to Kelly. Emmanuel, how significant is Pavlik's height, given that Jermain Taylor is a tall middleweight and has seldom, if ever, faced fighters taller than himself in his weight category?
I think it's a good factor because of the fact that not only is he taller, he fights tall. And Jermain has a tendency sometimes, as he goes on, and not only will he drop his left hand, but he bends his head down lower to make it no easier to get hit with right hands. And Kelly has studied him very well over that. But Kelly fights tall in addition to just being tall.
This is round two, the round in which Taylor nearly knocked Kelly Pavlik out in Atlantic City, and Jermain Taylor has landed some very healthy shots in the first minute of this round, continuing to jab very well, as is Pavlik. It's an offensive fight, and both guys are scoring.
Well, I just see Jermain is slowly starting to back a lot more, and that's the one thing you can't do. Jermain has a good right hand, but he has a tendency, as his promoter Ludabella says, it's a bow and arrow type. He jabs and he kind of winds up on the right hand, and you can see it coming. It's a hard right, but you see it coming. That's why he doesn't have the amount of knockouts he should have. Where Kelly's is a little bit more deceiving the way he shoots it.
Well, and one other subtle difference. I think at the end of the day, Pavlik's punches are straighter, and straighter punches get to the target faster.
Yeah, very simple and straight. But I see a lot of determination in the eyes of Jermain Taylor. He's fighting just as he talked to you. He's fighting the fight of his life, this fight here. And you can see he's determined to win this fight if it's any way possible. And I think he's going to end up now going back to the ropes more and more under the pressure.
Well, the pressure is the real point here, because Pavlik wants to keep Taylor working 3 minutes around, hoping that he tires later, without jeopardizing himself by leaving himself too open. Good right hand
by Taylor.
He left himself open that time.
Couple of body shots. Taylor missed with an uppercut. Pavlik wants to keep backing Taylor up. He hasn't been able to do it all the time in this round.
Jermain need to get back to his jab. As long as he's jabbing in, you can set up. You can't see what he's going to do, but right now he's not jabbing enough. And if you don't, Kelly will slowly take control over the fight again.
Left hook by Pavlik. Taylor answers with a right. Good jab by Taylor there. Pavlik with his own jab. Slowly, inexorably, Pavlik continues to make his point by going forward and backing Taylor up. That's the heart of his strategy, and it's working so far.
I need some head movement in there, okay? Give this kid some head movement and give this kid some fucking feints, all right?
Yeah.
Come on.
He ain't doing anything different, Kel. He's right there. He's not doing anything different. Look for that damn body, okay? When you get him to these ropes, bang, bang, bang.
Another thing, Kelly, look at me.
You straighten that knee, bend it, bend it.
Hand here. I mean, you slip it in now. Drive it. doing good. Looking good.
Are we going to keep that left hand going?
Yes, sir. Protect yourself at all times.
Here you see a right hand very similar to the right hand that caused all of the damage in the first round in the second round in the first fight. It's almost identical punch.
This is the type of fight that Taylor was doing well in the third to the sixth rounds of the first fight.
Second round was definitely better for Taylor. Harold Letterman gives him the round, evening it up on the scorecard. You saw in CompuBox stats between rounds that Jermain Taylor's punch output has dropped tonight from what he threw in Atlantic City. That's a little bit misleading perhaps because the big punch output in the first two rounds in Atlantic City was partially produced by the assault on Pavlik in round two. Taylor landed 42 out of 50 power shots in the second round in Atlantic City. That's an extraordinary number, which we are not likely ever to see duplicated between the two again.
Kelly is starting to find his range with his jab right now in this round here. And that's something that Jermain needs to not let him. Jermain got to get back to working his jab himself. When he picks Kelly's jab off with his glove and then counters with his own jab, he out-jabs Kelly. And he's got to get to doing it again. So he's letting Kelly shoot jabs, and Kelly's doubling up on his jabs now. And then there are two and then a right hand.
Emmanuel, you're sounding like a trainer standing in the fighter's corner. And it's obviously why you have to do that. You've spent a couple of years in his corner.
Jermain Taylor insisted in a meeting with us yesterday that he would go to the body much more than in the first fight. That has not happened so far, though there were a couple of good body shots in round two. Pavlik threw 66 punches in each of the first two rounds. He would like to get it up to about 80 or 90. That's the pace at which he really likes to fight. Chopping right hand across the top by Taylor after two body shots by Kelly Pavlik. So it's Pavlik who started to think body a little bit, perhaps trying to get that punch count up. Hard right hand by Taylor. Tonight, Kelly Pavlik is seeing them coming a little better.
Yeah, Kelly is fighting the same fight he fought before. I think Jermain is showing a lot more intensity, a little bit more patient tonight. But Kelly's fighting the same basic fight, which is to try to eventually start dominating the fight with his jab. But Jermain, if he works his jab, Jermain can set up a lot of things because he has a much faster left jab than Kelly.
There's the Pavlik jab.
Stop.
Neither fighter really loves infighting. They both like to operate from puncher's distance. Right hand and a left hook by Taylor. Pavlik covered up, now goes back to work. Good jab by Taylor.
Well, they're fighting a much more disciplined fight than the first time. A boxer's fight.
Looks like he's learned something from watching the tapes of the first fight. Ha!
Listen, you can't just stand straight in front of this kid. Bend those knees, baby, and work.
And top. Get the bucket up. And top.
What's that?
Did you win that round?
He's a jab right there. Step on with the right hand.
How's it feel?
Come on, babe.
Nice to be in this kind of shape, huh? Yes, sir.
Good job. And breathe. Take a deep breath.
So it appears a little bit okay. Slip a little bit. A little bit.